If you call yourself an NBA fan, you're aware of who the man receiving MVP chants in Staples Center is. He's athletic, handsome, charming, and his hairline has a better fadeaway than half the league. Alex Caruso has taken the association by storm, but not on the court. He's been fully embraced by not only Lakers Nation, but balding men worldwide. But Caruso isn't the first to do this. In fact, he's not even the first Laker. The passion and size of the Lake Show breeds a unique type of superstar. We see a trend of role players launched to icon status. For players like Caruso, this means being called the GOAT, getting MVP chants, and being memorialized with murals, as well as getting photoshopped into memes approximately 1 million times a day. None of the following guys reached the peak fame like Caruso, but all were beloved by one of the biggest fan bases in the world for various reasons. Some good, others odd, and mostly just because they were novelties who donned the purple and gold. Whether it be for their dad-like dance moves, cheerleading antics, or explosive hops, these former Lakers all had their moment of fame. Over 20 years, the Lakers have had 6 GOATs not named Magic, Kareem, Kobe, Shaq, or LeBron. One of the first Lakers to be enshrined in fan favorite lore was a dude who never averaged more than 4 points a game. He was, however, one hell of a dancer. Mark MADSEN was not much of a force on the floor, though when given chances to play, he would grit and grind his way to relevance and directly into fans' hearts. Nevertheless, he definitely knew how to get a crowd going. His most iconic moment as a Laker is definitely dancing to Shaq's rap during the championship parade. MADSEN always gave 110% while on the court, even without footwear. One game he played a full 30 seconds, completely barefoot. He was basically Pat Bev before Pat Bev, minus the mean streak and defensive prowess. Well, I guess really nothing like Beverly, other than the two tried really, really hard. Fans weren't the only ones who loved the guy. Shaq called MADSEN his little brother and even bought him a car, as well as redoing his wardrobe. Next up, we got Sasha the Machine Vujacic. The dude was engaged to tennis superstar Maria Sharapova and looked like he did his hair before every game. He performed best on the biggest stage and even managed to get on Kobe's good side. As the bench sniper, Vujacic earned the reputation of knocking down shots with mechanical precision, hence the nickname. He hit some of the most clutch free throws in Lakers history and dropped 20 points on Ray Allen in a finals game. Sasha wasn't afraid to mix it up on the court, even with fellow Slovenians. If there's one thing Lakers fans love, it's a mixture of the clutch gene and a willingness to get dirty on the floor. Next up, we got Shannon Brown. Brown left a legacy behind as one of the best dunkers to ever suit up for the Lakers. During the Lakers' back-to-back championship years, Brown was lighting the Staples Center up, even in preseason games. He locked up the case for best dunk of the season before the season even started. However, Brown's arsenal wasn't limited to dunks. Because of his freakish athleticism, LA rallied behind him to form the Let Shannon Dunk campaign to send their guy to the dunk contest. While the movement worked, Brown didn't win. But he still will be dropping jaws for eternity with his highlight reel play.
We do this in Calabasas. We do this in Calabasas. Me and Pookie and Snooki.
You've probably heard of the many Mambas of the NBA. You got the Black Mamba, obviously, the White Mamba, Scal, and even the Red Mamba. But have you heard of the Mini Mamba? That would be Andrew Goudelock, who, believe it or not, was actually a starting guard for the Lakers in the 2013 playoff run. Goudelock got his nickname for his love to take and occasionally make difficult shots. Plus, Andrew Goudelock didn't exactly roll off the tongue. He never really got much run after the 2012 season, but Goudelock impressed enough to win a nickname Lakers fans are not quick to bestow to others. Too bad it never really panned out. From 2012 to 2016, the Laker girls had some competition in the cheerleading department, and that competition was standing courtside right with them. To be fair, Robert SACRE actually did play some quality minutes for the Lakers during a dark time for the franchise. An extremely horrific time, actually, but don't let those semantics bother you. His strength was going absolutely bananas on the sidelines during games. SACRE was the target of ire from other teams for basically being the basketball equivalent of those blow-up dolls you see outside car dealerships, but the Lakers fans definitely ate it up. Since he's been balling in Japan, SACRE has mostly abandoned his cheerleading duties and is busily tripling his NBA output on foreign soil. And finally, we have Alex Caruso. Well, technically 185 pounds, but close enough. He might look like he's closer to 40, but the 25-year-old has completely redefined what it means to be a fan favorite. The dude is averaging 5.5 points, and he got more All-Star votes than Devin Booker. When he flushes one home, the entire sports world erupts. And after he put on a headband, his ceiling impossibly was raised yet again. Ever since he swooped in and posterized KD, Los Angeles has been in a swoon for the bald eagle. It's hard to pin down why exactly Caruso reached this level of fame, but that's pretty much the point of Laker fan favorites. Maybe they see themselves in him. Nothing against our balding hero, but he looks more like a Starbucks barista than he does an NBA superstar. It doesn't look like he will abandon the mantle anytime soon, especially if he keeps doing things like this.
Comes Caruso now, Grant is there, and Caruso with a one-handed jam!
He might never average double-digit points, or make an All-NBA team, or be all that great, but Alex Caruso will live on in LA's hearts and streets for long after his career ends.